Another unboxing. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and get right into this thing. And so far, it looks good. This is from an episode of Goosebumps. I'm sure most of you probably know what that show is. Here it is. I noticed that it's got foam on the inside, which is really nice. I didn't expect that out of Tots, and I've also noticed that the cast is just a little bit thicker than what they usually do. There's mesh in the eyes, which is really nice. From what I can see, it's kind of hard to see the eye mesh on this mask, but from what I can see, the paint job looks pretty decent. Definitely not the best, but you know, for what it is really good. Go ahead and give you a look at that thing. Hold it by the stem so you can get a look at the whole thing. And there's at least 2 more masks that I want to get personally from the Goosebumps line, and that's both of their Haunted masks, from the Haunted Mask and the Haunted Mask Part 2 from Goosebumps. You know, Goosebumps was one of my favorite shows as a kid, and I remember this episode vividly. And when I saw they were releasing this as a mask, I just had to get it. See the tag right there? Usually when Tots releases a mask, usually the first year they have it released is when they look the best, so that's the best time to get them. Because the masks that come out the next year tend to look shitty, to be honest. That's usually how it is with them. Not just them, but most Halloween mask companies anyways. But I heard that they're not having the Goosebumps mask next year, so definitely need to get them all now. I'm trying to save up to get the Haunted mask and do videos on those when I get those. I've also noticed there's a little bit of orange paint here on the neck, a little spot right there. But you know, with it being a jack-o'-lantern, it's hard to mess up a jack-o'-lantern because there have been some masks that they've released here recently that don't look great at all. But like I said, it's hard to mess up a jack-o'-lantern. And there's 3 main colors: black, orange, and green. I'm going to take my mask off and get a closer look at this guy, and then I'll give you a closer look at this guy. Once I got my mask off and was able to take a closer look at this guy, I noticed some flaws with it. There's some black paint missing here that should have been painted there. But that's not too big of a deal. But one issue that I really had with this guy is right here. The paint is peeling off of the latex. So you look at that. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm not sure if this happened in the factory or happened when I unboxed it or what, but it looks like the paint, yeah, the paint's still peeling. That's not good. That's really not good. And also the paint job, you know, there's a spot here, and you can see other places where it looks like it's been dry brushed very sloppily. And also the paint wash on this thing's not very good either. I mean, look at that. You see other places where the paint wash is, you know, not the greatest. And the dry brush on this thing, I mean, it's definitely not the worst. I mean, for the money you paid for this thing, you know, it's not that bad. This was like a, not quite $60, but almost $60. But still, for Tots, you know, usually they have very high standards. But look at this stem. This stem is horrible. Okay, I'm not going to lie, the stem is trash. You can see the orange paint through the stem all throughout here and all along the edges. That's terrible. The stem is awful. I mean, you can easily repaint this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the sculpt. The sculpt is phenomenal, okay? The sculpt is beautiful. And that's how it is with all Tots masks. Their sculpts are beautiful. And not just Tots, but most Halloween mask companies have beautiful sculpts. But the finishing is really what matters. From a distance, this looks amazing, okay? I'm not going to lie, it looks amazing from a distance. But then when you get up close and just take a closer look at it, like this stem and right here, the eye mesh is pretty nice. I mean, up close, you know, it looks like burlap, but from a distance, you know, the eye mesh is beautiful. There's some holes in the mouth. I don't know if I can get it on camera or not, but there are some holes cut in the mouth just for ventilation. so you can breathe while you're wearing it that are pretty well hidden, so that's good. Haven't tried it on. I'll try it on in just a minute. I want to give you a closer look so you can see the flaws on this thing. The paint wash and the dry brushing. Dry brushing's not too terrible. I've seen way worse. Definitely seen way worse. But, you know, usually with Tots, they usually do really, really good work. But I've noticed in recent years, their quality is starting to fade a little bit. And, you know, like here is an example of that. Just flaws like this when they're masking paint jobs that are done. I wouldn't say half-assed, but definitely not as much effort as they used to put in. Now this stem was definitely half-assed. This stem is terrible. This stem is definitely the worst part on this thing. But like I said, this could easily be repainted, and I probably will repaint it to look screen used, because this sculpt is amazing. It really is. The sculpt's beautiful, and the face looks fine. The face is perfect. The stem is horrible, and then there are some flaws around the sides. I may or may not repaint it. I kind of want to leave the tag on it and leave it mint. I guess I could leave the tag on and repaint it, but it would make things inconvenient. You know, it's not a horrible mask. It's definitely not a horrible mask. It's a really, really good mask, and I do recommend it. Not all copies are probably going to have the flaws that mine does. You know, the flaws are not too terrible. I can live with it. You know, the stem, oh god, that stem. But aside from the stem, you know, that's on the side, and that won't really be seen in these other areas where the paint's not the best, which you can't really see it too well on camera. On camera, it kind of washes everything out and looks better than what it actually does in person. Just like areas like this, where the wash just, it looks good on the face. The face looks fine, but we go around it. Like I said, this is the back and the sides. You know, my mask, I don't wear my mask. I use them as display pieces. So, you know, looking at it from the face, you know, that's fine. Get to the stem. The stem, I could easily repaint that though. I just might do that, just repaint the stem, leave the rest, touch up that spot, and touch up that spot there. I didn't really look too much on the neck. You can see here where they didn't paint all the black like they were supposed to. I'm not disappointed, you know, I'm happy I bought this, and I'm definitely pleased with it. I was expecting to be flaws, because unfortunately Tots, their quality is starting to fade and get lower and lower each year. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll live with it. You know, like I said, their sculpts are beautiful, and since I'm a mask maker, I can easily repaint their masks. But the thing is, you shouldn't have to repaint their masks. But, you know, good things don't last, so, you know, I'll just be buying their masks to repaint from now on is what it looks like, because I've been seeing pictures of their other releases online, and some of their masks look phenomenal, some of them look like shit. Like the new Halloween Michael Myers masks that have just came out. I haven't got one yet, but I'm going to. And I've seen some of those that look amazing, just beautiful. But most of them I've seen look pretty shitty. Anyways, I'm gonna try this guy on real quick, give you a one shot of it, and I reckon that'll be it for this video. After getting the mask on, it's hard to see out of it because the eyes are too high up. You know, it blocks most of my vision. You know, I had to move it like this to actually see. Because it's sitting naturally on here. All I see is, like, my eyes are right here. So, you know, breathing out of it, there's no problem breathing out of it, but seeing out of it, like I said, the eye holes are too high up, I can't see shit. So, you guys get a closer look. It's comfortable to wear. There's plenty of room, and there's the foam pads here to make it comfortable, but I can't see shit. Can't see shit.